All right, let's talk about distracted driving. First, we're going to try an experiment. So you're going to put this chart in your notebook. So take a moment, copy it down. And then you're going to get a dry erase marker, and you have already picked up a page protector, and you're going to find math sheet A. So you'll see an A up here. Okay. And you're going to put that in the front. And we're all going to do this together. And you're going to do problems for 1 minute to get a baseline. Okay, so if you're completing this on your own, right here, this is a link to the sheet, all right? And now you're gonna check your answers. So see what you were right. So what you need now is you're gonna record your data. So you need to know how many problems you attempted. So how many did you try and answer? So if you skipped over a problem, you don't count the one you skipped. And then what was your number that you got right? And then you're going to get your percent correct. So the number you got correct divided by the number you attempted times 100. All right, now you're still going to need the dry erase marker, but you should wipe it off. And you're going to find B. So do you see this label right here? You are going to find B. All right, and that's the one you're going to put in the front. If you're doing this on your own, then this right here is a link to that sheet. Okay, and you're going to do problems again for a minute, but while you are working this time, you will be listening to this video, which is talking. Okay, if you're doing this on your own, here's a link to the video. All right, then we are going to, again, check your answers. And now you need to record your data. How many did you attempt? How many did you get right? And what is your percent correct? So you're going to solve it the same way. Okay, so right now we'll talk about, did you see any differences? Did you get to the same number of problems, a different number of problems? Was it less? Was it more? Did your percent accuracy change? Okay, let's talk about it. And then we're going to do another part. Are you ready? All right, so in part 3, you need C. Okay, if you're doing this on your own, here's a link to this sheet. This time, instead of listening to that talking, we are going to listen to a song, so a music distraction. All right, so you're going to still need your marker, wipe off the page protector. C is in the front, and you're going to do problems again for a minute. Now you're going to check your answers. And again, the same thing, record your data. How many problems did you attempt? How many did you get right? What is your percent accuracy? So let's talk about it. Did anything change? What do you notice? Did you have the same number of problems all the time? Did it go up? Did it go down? How do you think we could make this experiment better? What do you think? Okay, now I said this lesson was distracted driving, and that's how we started. So how do you think this applies to driving? What do you think? Why would we start this way? All right, you may have been impacted by distracted driving. The conversations and the videos. Now the videos that I show are not going to be contained in this video, but in class you will see them. And so this presentation, this lesson may be difficult for you. So please be kind to yourself if that's the case. If you need to step out, all of those things are okay. So what is distracted driving? It means driving while engaging in any activity that diverts your attention from driving. What are some types of distraction? Well, it could be visual, so literally not having your eyes on the road. So that could be turning to talk to someone, looking in the back seat for a moment while you're looking at mirrors, changing the radio station, picking a new one, putting in a CD, checking your navigation system, all kinds of things. Manual distraction, taking your hands off of the wheel. So getting a drink, eating some food. If you are picking up your phone, rolling down the window, adjusting your mirror, Lots of things that take your hands off the wheel. Taking your mind off driving is cognitive distraction. Okay, so thinking about things that are going on. It could be having a conversation, talking on the phone, things that are distracting your mental ability. So your hands might be physically on the wheel, your eyes might be looking at the road, but cognitively, are you focusing on driving? So what kinds of things can affect a driver's ability to pay attention to the road? What do you think? So what are some activities that could distract drivers? You may have already said a lot of them, but it could be talking on your phone, texting, eating, drinking, talking to people in the vehicle, adjusting the stereo or radio, using the navigation system, lots of things, pulling down the window, adjusting mirrors, so many things can distract you. In class, we would have watched some videos, and so here we're sharing thoughts, okay? Basically taking a pause because some of it is difficult. So according to NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 3,142 people were killed in the U.S. by distracted driving in 2019. This was published in 2021, so it takes a little lag before we get the data. And you can see from 2010 to 2019, that number has been fairly consistent. It may go up a little bit, down a little bit, but it's been fairly consistent, okay? To put that into perspective, that's a little over 8 individuals, 8 people every single day. A lot of people push this on teens, and I would like to say distracted driving is not just a teen problem. So if you look at the numbers, now there are less drivers on the road that are 15 to 19. But you can see the number of people involved in fatal crashes that are distracted drivers is not just a teen or young adult problem. And on this side, so this is looking at numbers. That's what I was just referring to. On this side, it's looking at the percent of drivers. So although 237 is the lowest, it actually is the lowest number you see over here. It is the highest percent. So that means there's less drivers at that age on the road involved in crashes, and less drivers of that age on the road at all. Okay, so you could see the percent of drivers are involved in fatal crashes is greatest for that 15 to 19 age group, but it is not 0 for any group. Okay, so it is not just a teen problem. Why is texting while driving alarming? Sending or receiving or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for roughly 5 seconds. If you're driving on the highway, that's like driving the entire length of a football field with your eyes closed. Do you want to be doing that? All right, and here's again our pause, because in class we're going to be watching some more videos. So again, it's important to take a break, breathe, relax, and what are your thoughts? What do you think about distracted driving? All right, and we're going to finish in class with a short questionnaire just about some of the things we talked about today, and then you're just going to take a picture of your chart, your data from the distracted driving activity. And that is distracted driving. I hope you learned something new and then it made a little bit of an impact.